When the spotlight fades and the support system disappears, can you still lead? This season, we're diving deep into the kind of leadership most people avoid. The kind that's forged in uncertainty, isolation, and grit. If you've ever had to lead without backup, make the hard calls in silence, or push forward with nothing else but your mission, this season's for you. Are you ready? Click on the link below for the full episode. Hey everyone, John here. 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 Welcome to the Leaders Leading Leaders podcast. Hey everyone, John here. Welcome to today's episode, season 15 opener. And in this season, we are going to talk about leading without the support that you deserve, that you need, or that you require. And in this episode, we're going to break down 5 pillars, and I'm going to ask you questions and give you actions for each one of these pillars for you to begin to think about each one in the sense of how can I as a leader get through a crisis, a transitional role, or maybe it's just a hard time within your company, the economy, supply, whatever's going on. Leading without support is one of the most difficult things that I have had to do. In my leadership career, I have had roles where I felt like I was on the island. And if you have felt similarly, it's tough. I'm not gonna lie, I questioned myself. I began to doubt why I got into the leadership role in the first place. I begin to think, is this how all leadership roles are? And I'm here to tell you, it's not. But when you are in the thick of it, these 5 pillars are going to help you rise up, lead through it, and get on the other side. And this season is going to center around each one of these pillars. There's a big myth out there that all leaders have mentors, that all leaders have great teams. And I want to tell you that's just not the case. I've been there. If you are in this situation right now, I empathize for you. Listen to these 5 pillars, figure out the questions and the takeaways, and I promise you, you will begin to see progress. So let's get into pillar 1. Pillar 1 is going to center around courage over comfort. And courageous leadership through difficult times takes grit and takes a lot of patience. So here, I want you to really define what courage looks like. And not just any courage, real courage. When you have gone through a difficult experience in your life, whether you are just starting into business or you've been in business for decades, we've all gone through difficult experiences. What did that look like? And what did the courage that you had to exhibit to get through that? What was that? It may have been overcoming debt. It may have been losing your best employee. It may have been riding on the bubble, and now you're having supply chain issues. Whatever that looked like, that courage that it took for you to lead through that, I want you to pull back to that, because that's what it takes in time of discomfort. Leading in comfort is easy, but nobody remembers the non-wartime generals or the non-wartime leaders. Everybody remembers the presidents that got us through situations like 9/11. Everybody remembers the wartime generals. That is the time where we all band together. That is the time the most courageous people step up to the plate. And you can do it. No matter how hard it seems right now, leadership is not all about comfort. You need to have some courageous decision making to make those difficult decisions, even though you know they may be wrong. And that's one of the hardest things to do. So here, I want you to ask yourself a question. When I was journaling this morning, I was like, John, when you have gone through these difficult times, what brought you courage? And right here, this question, where is comfort holding you back? Is there something that you want to do? Is there an area where you want to explore? Is it AI? Is it new technology? Is it a whole different redistribution plan? Whatever that is, just because you are comfortable now, a lot of times it's holding us back. Where is comfort holding you back? The second pillar we're going to discuss today is strategic thinking in the storm. When you are in the middle of a storm, it can be disorienting. You don't know which is up. You don't know which way is down. You don't know what you're left and what you're right. So what do we fall back on? One, the strategic plan. Responding versus reacting. When we get into that reaction mode and we're not proactive in responding and mitigating risks that we've already planned for, that's where we can panic as leaders. So remember, we always want to have a plan, and no matter how hard the time gets, pre-negotiate that. Pre-negotiate those challenges so when you get there, you have a plan and you are not reacting, but you are responding to that plan. But you are responding to that situation. And then, leaders, people will do as you do. If you get into a challenge and you begin to panic, what is everybody else going to do? It's kind of like running around, like Chicken Little and the sky is falling. I used to listen to that fairy tale, but that's exactly what it's like. And what happens? Other people around you look up and they're like, yeah, the sky is falling. When the sky, it's not falling. But you as a leader cannot panic in those situations. And that's why it's important to have that strategic mindset when you are in the storm. So the question right here that I want you to write down and ask yourself is, what is one actionable method for strategic reflection under pressure? So when you are under pressure, what is one method that you can use that is strategic so you respond and not react to the situation? I want to take a quick break from our discussion today to mention a couple things. First of all, thank you for listening. Only 50% of our listeners are subscribed to our channel. Do me a favor, click on that subscribe button. It's going to allow our channel to continue to grow and give you updates whenever we get new episodes published. The second thing is our coaching program. People who want to work with me are looking to make a lasting change, level up, or get unstuck. I gave up on my dreams. I was a young parent, had to make a couple career changes. I went through some financial hardships. I had to learn how to flip my mindset and stay consistent. Our coaching programs are individualized one-on-one sessions where I will teach you a proven system and guarantee that you can reinvent yourself over and over again. If that sounds like something that interests you, head on over to thejohnespinosa.com and sign up to get more information. Now back to the show. The third pillar, resourcefulness beats resources. I love this one. This is all about leading with limited resources. Goes back. When you have unlimited money, unlimited people, everybody wants to come work for you. You're in the right business. Leading's pretty easy. When you have limited resources, that's when it gets a little bit more difficult. So remember, get creative here. I want to challenge you to be creative, be resourceful when times are good. And that way, when you are alone, and it feels like you're in an uphill climb, now that creativity comes out naturally and it's not such a difficult pool to get creative. So the question here, what is one area that you can simplify or repurpose in your current business, in your current system, in your current process, on your current team? I'm always looking for a way to repurpose or redesign because it moves us forward. It keeps me creative. It keeps the team creative. It keeps people's energy up. It keeps people from plateauing. So here, this pillar is all going to be about resourcefulness. Pillar number 4, self-discipline creates stability. Now, this may seem simple and it may seem common sense, but I promise you it's not common practice. What leadership habit can you point to that doesn't have external accountability? It's inside you. Because when we don't have external accountability, I see this all the time with people. I can be accountable at work, but I can't be accountable to myself. So when you are alone and you don't have those external factors that are keeping you accountable, how are you keeping yourself accountable? Those are the things that you need to figure out. In this pillar, we're going to discuss why and how to build that self-discipline. So the action here is introduce some type of self-check system that supports consistency. Whatever that may be, one system, and how is it going to support your consistency? Pillar number 5, purpose-driven leadership. This is rediscovering your why. When we lose our way, what do? We pull out a compass. We pull out a map. We ask Google. We ask Siri. We pull back to that purpose that we started in this leadership game for, down this leadership journey. Sometimes we lose our way. Sometimes we forget why we decided to get into leadership in the first place. And when we begin to get down on ourselves, that's when we begin to doubt our ability to lead others. And that shows up. People feel it, they see it, and it will begin to degrade the team in your company, in your business that you have worked so hard to build. So in this pillar, we're going to link back to that deeper calling that we had when we first started that company, when we first created that team, when we first took that first leadership role. It's important to remember. And I want the action here to be for you to rewrite. If you are in a position where you have lost your way and you beginning to doubt yourself, rewrite your leadership philosophy. That is going to help rediscover that purpose, reestablish that foundation, and get you moving forward. These 5 pillars we are going to integrate in this season all throughout. There's going to be episodes on each one. We're going to unpack some more actionable strategies. You are going to want to make sure that you are subscribed so you get notifications, and it also helps us get this out to as many leaders out there that may be feeling alone, that may be on that island and it's deserted, and they don't have a plan. They're reacting. They're just trying to survive. I have been there, and it is a lonely island. And I want to make sure that you out there, Go Be Great community, don't have to go through that. So stick with us this season. I promise to bring you some actionable strategies that you can apply today. And guess what? When support is absent, your leadership gets real, and so do your results. So let's lead anyways. I believe in you. Go be great. I look forward to having you listen to this season. Bye-bye. If you like what you're hearing, do us a favor. Click on that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up or leave a comment. That lets us know that what we are putting out benefits you. If you want additional information or resources or learn how to work with me, head on over to thejohnespinosa.com, because when we become better versions of ourselves, it helps us get others to where they're going. Go be great. Talk to everyone later.